All right. A tourist has apologized for defacing the Colosseum and used what as an excuse?
Great question. Going to say he was trying to get laid. So he was trying to impress some lady friend, perhaps.
No, that's probably too normal.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess. Maybe, did he think it was a ritual or something? Like it was a normal thing? I don't know. Weird, though.
He said that he was sorry because he had no idea it was ancient.
I had no idea the Colosseum was an ancient artifact of the world.
Yes.
The fact that people say ancient Rome gave me no clue whatsoever.
It looked brand new too, like, you know.
I mean, it looks like they just built it like in 2004. So, yeah. I saw Gladiator. You can't fool me. This thing isn't ancient. They only made it in like the 90s. Yeah, that's not a good excuse, dude. What was he? What? I mean, even still, you shouldn't be putting graffiti on things that aren't ancient. So, you know.
So he has a letter of written apology. He said, I admit with deepest embarrassment that it was only after what regrettably happened that I learned of the monument's antiquity.
Yeah. I mean, if you've watched movies or TV shows or anything, you'll have heard of ancient Rome. So there's no way. I'm not buying it.
It's a bit hard to, yeah. He says
Rome in the lion's den.
They said that he's 31 years old, so it's a bit hard to have lived for 31 years and then...
Yeah. Pretty sure in school, in most countries, you learn about ancient Rome at some point. You know, the Romans and all that sort of stuff comes up quite a bit, even if you're like religious or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I think he's bullshitting to try and get away with it. But fair play to him. He's trying something new. It's like the equivalent of being like, oh shit, I didn't know that was your beer in the fridge. Sorry. Well, you didn't fucking put it there. Who does you think it was?
No, I didn't know it was beer itself. I thought it was water.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, fuck that guy for his bullshit. He should have just been like, yeah, well, now I'm part of history too. It's all good. Should have just owned it. But no. Went the pussy route instead. So.
Well, yeah, a fellow tourist in Rome filmed the man scratching Ivan and Haley 23-6-23 into a brick on a wall of the Colosseum. The video went viral, and Ivan, whose identity was then not known, was widely rebuked for his devil-may-care attitude. Even though the person filming it swore at him, he continued. The brick that was defaced was actually part of a wall built during a mid-19th century restoration of the monument. So he has a point.
Yeah. It's not the worst. It's not because it's not the part of the original structure, but still pretty fucking terrible. You know. Yeah.
So they actually, the Italian military police officers cross-checked the two lovers' names with registered guests in Rome and found they had stayed in an Airbnb rental. Wow. And the police commander who oversaw the operation said they tracked him to England where he and his girlfriend live. So, yeah, they... And apparently that they've had so many incidents of people in Italy leaving their mark that the lawmakers stiffened penalties for vandalizing Italy's venerable... This article, they've gone out of their way to just throw in so many big words. So yeah, they made it more strict if you get caught vandalizing famous things.
As they should do, but at the same time, like, who doesn't know of ancient Rome? Like, who can say I didn't know, mate. I thought that's what everyone did. You know, that's that's my issue. I wish people would just own up and be like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I did it, and I'm not apologetic about it. You know, don't do that if you murdered someone, but like if you wrote on a wall, just be like, fuck yeah, I did. So, and also,
well, you would lie about it because you'd be
video.
facing 2 and 5 years in prison.
Yeah, but all right, fine. But the snitch who made the video, fucking watch out for that guy. He's I actually, was there a reward for, you know, being a snitch? How many stitches is he getting? Because I'm going to say a lot. You guy.
Yeah, well, one thing that I find funny is there's promos for flights to Rome in the side of the article.
Yeah. Do you want to see where this guy wrote his name on a brick? Guided tours to all the vandalism on the Colosseum.
But according to Italian media, the letter of apology defaced common sense. And they said that even though the letter was made to try to get a softer thing, the letter only made things worse. Yeah, so they're still waiting to find out whether he gets jail or not. For
imagine going to jail for that. What are you in for? Fucking some people up, you know, murder, drugs, all this sort of shit. How about you? I wrote on the Colosseum. Wrote my girlfriend's name. Oh, now you're someone else's girlfriend.
Yeah, that would be the awkward part if they broke up.
Yeah. Yeah, she breaks up with him over the trouble they're in. There we go.
You could have gone with the defense that I was like leaving my mark for history so that in 1,000 years' time, future people will remember it.
Yeah. That's one way of going about it. I could yeah, the old ignorance route is never going to work. Like, oh, I didn't know it was bad to kill people. Sorry, I thought everybody did.
This is going to come back to haunt you whenever you eventually get caught for something obscure, and then you're like, I didn't know.
I will probably not get caught. That is what everybody thinks, right? And I'm not the one who's going to get caught. So
I didn't know it was a crime to dip my beard in someone else's soup.
I did not know it was a crime to leave a negative review of this bar in Thailand. Apologize.
And say that the beer tasted like the owner had vomited it into a glass.
Yeah.
Well, a girlfriend has spiked her boyfriend's parents' dog with what? Oh, sorry. She spiked the boyfriend's parents with what?
Viagra.
Well, the fact that I misspoke would give you a clue that it was probably something relating to a dog.
I have no idea, but I'm going to say maybe dog Viagra. I don't know.
My girlfriend hates my family and says and does mean things to them secretly, but I love her. What should I do? My girlfriend and I have been together for almost 4 years now. We are staying together in my family's home. We grew up in completely different backgrounds, so naturally we would have different upbringing. Before we got together, I had brought 2 very important points to her, and that is my family is very important to me, and if she can get along with them, it would be the world to me. And if she can't, I would really appreciate her being courteous towards them. I feel my parents have been treating her so nicely and doesn't disrespect her in any way because she is who I chose. But it has been almost 4 years and she hasn't shown any basic respect at all. E.g., meeting my parents when she sees them when she returns home. So when she gets home, she doesn't greet them. And honestly, to me, this is a huge disrespect. I'd sat her down and talked about this so many times, but it doesn't seem to be working. That's a whole paragraph without mentioning what's in the title, which is a bit absurd. Like, yeah. Recently, she also confessed me out of this person skips words in their writing, which makes it very hard to.
As you should, all the time.
She contaminates my parents' food/drinks with my dog's urine, and that is freaking unhygienic and disgusting.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to point out there was a whole paragraph of nonsense before saying that. Like,
it's quite like you should just get straight to the point. There's no need for all the other stuff. The background's not really needed. Like, she doesn't say hello. That's secondary to she puts dog pee in my parents' food and drink.
Slightly.
I would have an issue with that. I would be like, you can hate them all you want, but don't put dog pee but then if you say it to her, if you say anything about it, she'll put dog pee in your food and drink. So
I think we've learned that you have very strong lines that you don't accept in a relationship.
I'm very against dog pee being brought into the relationship in any way, shape, or form.
Well, with my parents. You can give me dog pee all I like, but not my parents. They're not part of this.
I like that he's like, I really hate the fact that she doesn't greet my parents when she comes home. I'm not sure how to feel about the dog pee. Am I okay with it? Is it fine? I don't know. Yeah, people.
I didn't know what to do or say at all. It has been a week and we haven't talked yet. She keeps saying she's very apologetic, but I really do not know if I'm able to get past this. I honestly fear for my family's safety if this continues because I don't know what will happen in the future if she gets annoyed at them again. And as a cherry on top, she is living here rent-free and does not help out in any chores at all. I love her a lot and really wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. But after hearing her confession, I really don't know what to do or feel now. Help.
It's either get on board with the dog pee or don't get on board with it and make her live somewhere else. I mean, it's very straightforward. So,
I mean, if someone's going to do that, I tend to think that maybe, just maybe, there's going to be worse things that happen down the line. Because they've only been dating for 4 months and she's already putting dog pee into his parents' food and drinks. So, firstly, shouldn't they notice? I feel like, but yeah, like
they should. But also, you've got to think. Yeah, you're right. Like, this is the beginning. There's more. There's more.
I say stay in the relationship so that we have content because your relationship is going to be wild in.
We need to find out where she goes with this. Like, is there other animal products being brought in? Is she gonna use her own pee? What's going on? I feel like
you, sir, have found 1 in a million, and we need to know where this 1 in a million opportunity goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
all dudes need to know where this goes, so you need to stick with it to find out, just so that any future dudes need to get the info.
I mean, I want to know how crazy this can be.
Yeah, I think we all do. We're all on that page for sure.
Because, I mean, where is this going to be in, a year's time? Like, she's living with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think it can only go well. I think
true love is blossoming.
Yeah, absolutely. The wedding is going to be very interesting. The wedding cake, there's going to be 2 wedding cakes, one for the family, one for the bride and groom. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, you might even want to attend and try the meal.
I mean, maybe not the meal side of it, but yeah, we can go and do a live podcast from the wedding.
Yeah, I mean, it would be worth it just to.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I want to see that.
Who doesn't?
the most exciting wedding I've ever been to.
For sure. No, not even a question about that.
As long as it's catered by them, not some random catering company.
Of course, yeah. That's important.
The wedding cake would be, yeah. Well, Japan Airlines has a wild new business model. Do you want to guess what it is?
A wild new business model. Is it sexy stewardesses? Anime. I don't know.
Nope.
Japan Airlines could be anything.
It's kind of, Japan is misleading because it's got nothing really to do with Japan. It could be anywhere really, but it just happens to be done by Japan Airlines.
Okay. I don't know. Are they doing like super cheap airline travel or something?
No, it's an alternative to bringing luggage. I'll give you that.
Okay. I mean, there's already an alternative to bringing luggage. It's called don't bring luggage. So yeah, I don't know. How do you not bring luggage with you? That's, I mean,
you rent clothes.
No, I do not. So, nope. That is not going to happen.
Travelers will be able to order up to 9 items of pre-owned clothing for up to $48.
No. We're still not 9 items of clothing. What the hell am I going to do with it if I've no luggage? Just carry around 9 items of clothing with me. Obviously, I'll wear 3 of them, and then do the other 6. Like, fuck that.
What about will you be renting a G-string or?
Are they going to give me a bag to carry all of these items in? I bet you they fucking will. That sounds ridiculous. Just bring my luggage. It's fine. Yeah.
It's called Anywhere, WEAR, anywhere. That enables passengers to rent a bundle of clothing in advance, which can then be delivered to their hotel or Airbnb on arrival in Japan.
Yeah, no, I'm going to feel like you should bring your own clothes with you wherever you go. So, you don't want to look at your travel photos and be like, what was I wearing? Some crazy outfits that I would never wear at home. So, I mean, sometimes obviously that's part of the trip, but yeah, I don't think I'm up for this one, even at $48, even if it's a good deal. So, no thanks.
Well, this includes a mix of tops, bottoms, and outerwear. Each selection of outfits is filtered by season, occasion, and size. Price is starting at $28 for 5 items.
I mean, I'm still going to need to carry it somewhere, somehow. So I don't understand why they're doing this. But hey, some people will dig it.
It's to cut down on carbon emissions.
What if you damage the clothes? What happens then? They take you to court. 3 years.
I guess you have to pay for it.
Not happening. No, I feel like they need to. I like if other airlines take this over. Can you imagine what Ryanair's clothes would be? I don't want to go down that route. So yeah.
Well, you can wear a nice clothing to that woman's wedding. Pre-stained with dog urine for the wedding.
I mean, I try to not have dog urine stains on my clothing, so It's like one of my goals when I'm getting dressed.
That's easier said than done.
It can be. It can be.
Why should teachers not have sex at school?
I honestly, I do not know. I think as long as it's in the staff room or something and it's with the consenting adult, it's all good, you know.
Well, a head teacher was caught on CCTV romping with a colleague.
Perfectly fine.
But the problem is that chaos broke out within the school at the same time.
Okay.
Well, the other problem is that the head teacher was already married to someone else too.
I mean, that's the head teacher's business, nobody else's. So
now,
maybe it was like an open relationship.
Could be.
Teachers are kinky, so could be.
Apparently they are, because the other problem with this and concerning detail of this is that they were doing it for 4 hours. Yep.
Just a regular Tuesday, go to work, but for 4 hours. You know. Good times.
The CCTV showed the head teacher stripping off before having sex with a female colleague while several fights were breaking out and staff were being attacked in the school.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know that your head teacher is having an affair, it's a free-for-all to have a wild brawls, it seems.
I mean, it's very difficult for the head teacher to then call somebody out for anything else they're doing. So you've got to take advantage of that. So that's all good. But yeah, you know, I'm more concerned about the 4 hours. I think, you know, I hope they stopped for hydration breaks. Themselves.
That's the problem here. They can't have. They've had to have gone at it the whole time because.
Yeah, you got to take care of your pace, you know, make sure your heart's okay. Take little breaks so you can catch catch up with yourself and stuff. You don't want to be in the fat burning zone for too long, you know, and just calm down, give your heart a break, get some hydration, you know, 2.5 hours max, and then just take like a 5-minute, like chill out. You'd be good. The
secret affair was exposed when anonymous letters were sent to the school.
Ooh.
And then once they started looking into it, the guy resigned. After dodging a teaching ban, he will be allowed to continue in his new job as a senior education consultant.
Mm-hmm. Feel like that's reasonable. Teach people how to go for 4 hours. But also, like technically, you know, two adults doing their thing. I mean, it was during work hours, so they probably have a charge there to answer. But you know, there's new ways to make your staff happy and stuff like that. Maybe that's just you had a meeting with this person on the schedule, and that was the best way they could hash out the issues they had. I don't know.
Well, there'd been 3 assaults and 4 fights between pupils in that same time period.
Totally unrelated. I think teachers should be allowed to relieve stress. They have a lot to deal with. So, you know, yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Can you tell who dated a teacher for a long time? But also, if you're a teacher and you're going to do that, like, block the TV cameras for fuck's sake. Don't just do it. Just be like, wait, gotta block the camera or turn it or do something. So yeah, that's my tip of the day.
You learn something every episode.
As always, yeah.
I learned that teachers last for a long time.
Yeah.
A Mexican mayor has married what?
A donkey.
No.
Okay.
A Mexican mayor weds a reptile and couldn't be happier.
Well, you know, I was on the right path almost. But
it's a female reptile he's married to.
But there you go. There you go. Yeah. Is he trying to create reptilian babies or what?
It's a traditional right to bring good food to his people. He took a reptile named Alicia Adriana, reenacting an ancient ritual.
Okay.
It's an alligator-like marsh dweller endemic to Mexico and Central America. He said, I accept responsibility because we love each other. That is what is important. You can't have a marriage without love. I yield to marriage with the princess girl.
Okay. Yeah, bit weird. But fine.
Even weirder is they've been doing it for 230 years.
Yeah. I mean, if he was like, I'm doing this ritual for the village, for the people of the village or whatever, like, okay, to be like declaring his undying love for this reptile. That's the weird part, I think. Yeah.
I am making love to this horse for my people. Imagine just deciding that you're going to start one of these rituals and
just everyone's like, we've never heard of this ritual. No, seriously, I read it in a history book. It's a real thing.
I'm doing it
we
for
don't
you.
think it is. Yeah.
My love for this horse is for you, the people of Dublin.
Yeah. Yeah. It's important that this happens for the people of Dublin. This is going to make all of your lives better. Now, please leave us in peace. We're in love. So
I have a honeymoon to get to. So
Oh, excellent.
Before the wedding ceremony, the reptile is taken house to house so that inhabitants can take her in their arms and dance. The alligator wears a green skirt, a colorful hand-embroidered tunic, and headdress of ribbons and sequins.
Okay.
Later, she is put in a white bride's costume and taken to town hall for the blessed event. So yeah, that's how you galvanize the town.
Clearly, I want to see the wedding night video now. Probably up on the hub, you know. So.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. I mean, that's what you got to do as man sometimes, just marry a crocodile.
Sometimes you just got to take one for the team. So, especially if it falls within your specific fetish that you're into. So if you're that kinky dude, good for you.
Look, I did not need to lick the feet of this lady of the evening. But for you, the people, I will.
Indeed.
Look, I would not allow my wife to sleep with a massive black man while I watch in the corner. But if that's what the people of Dublin want, that would actually be a good ritual to start. Like,
no,
if you want to be the leader of our nation, you need to take one of the team and have your wife devoured by the largest man in town. And then they go like door to door measuring each man to find who is the biggest in the town. And when they win the election, they have to sit in the corner and watch.
I mean, election, there'd be less politicians. So that's a good thing.
But I feel like more politicians should be forced to earn it. And by earn it, I mean feature on the homepage of Blacked.
Yeah, be interesting.
I mean, I feel like so many people hate politicians, and I feel like that would allow them to be at one with the people.
Like, hey, saw your wife yesterday. oh yeah. Oh, the video. Oh, okay. Yeah. Fun.
I mean, it's a better way to choose who's going to be the next president anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid. It's fine.
Just think of how much more like relatable Joe Biden versus Donald Trump would be if the winner had to get cucked by a massive black man.
I don't really feel like, I feel like politicians should be younger if this comes in. That's like, not 80, 85. That should be rolled out. So
no, but then their wives are older, so there's more into it.
All right.
Well, yeah, I mean that would be my new political angle. Well, everyone is worried about AI.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think robots have said about it, though?
Well, they're biased, so I'm pretty sure they're going to say it's a good thing. Nothing to worry about. Everyone calm the fuck down. That kind of thing.
Yeah, the robots have said that they won't steal jobs or rebel against humans, so we're all safe.
Sounds like something they would fucking say. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. People are getting worried about it, but probably not in our lifetime. It's probably not an issue, or
not without new leaders, the ones who had to be cuckolded in front of the country.
Yeah, exactly. So
this is why we're doing it. It's to save us from AI.
Everybody's going to have an interesting result from this one. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, robots, don't trust them, man. That's I don't trust them. So
yeah, I mean, they don't feel the same when they have to watch their wife get destroyed by the largest
robots
mountain tower.
Know that for the last 50 to 60 years, humans have been trying to create sex robots and nothing else, but they haven't succeeded. So they're just going to be like, fuck you guys. All you want to do is fuck us. So they're in on it. They're going to be part of the takeover. So
yeah. Well, Machine Gun Kelly has fulfilled a fan's wish by doing what?
Well, did he disappear off the face of the earth? That it thing? Did he let him refund him from after paying for a concert ticket? Yeah, it could be a lot of things.
Well, he's fulfilled the fan's wish by punching him in the face.
He punched the fan, or the fan punched him?
He punched the fan.
Ah, that's different. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's why would you want that? That's
well, at a festival in Belgium, he saw a fan holding up a sign that read, "I just came from Mexico for you to punch me."
Why?
That's what he asked too. He said, "Why do you want me to punch you in the face so bad?" And then the fan said, "I love you." Then he said, "I got rings on, dude. That shit's gonna hurt. I don't know. It's a lose-lose for me. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'll consider it." But then he eventually did. Walked up to the fan holding the sign in front row and punched him in the cheek.
Yeah, I don't know. That's very. I mean, if it was a local gig, all right, but to travel from Mexico to Belgium, of all places, to get punched in the face, fucking Machine Gun Kelly, who's from Detroit or somewhere, feels a bit unnecessary. I don't know. It's fucking weird, man. Yeah. Maybe he could have found another way of doing it, but yeah, I've never gone to a concert being like, I fucking really hope Dave Grohl punches me in the face.
Well, that's because you're a Machine Gun Kelly fan, not a
you know,
Foo Fighters or other Nirvana crap. You know, listen to the classics like Machine Gun Kelly and
all the things you've ever said to me on this podcast, sir. That is over the line. Yeah, no. I kind of want to go to a Machine Gun Kelly concert with
of course you do. You're a huge fan.
Well, no, but with a sign that says I want to kick you in the balls and just see if he lets me kick him in the balls. Because if he's letting fans, you know, tell him what to do. There we go. That's what I want to do. But I bet he won't do it. I bet he's too fucking pussy to get kicked in the balls. There we go.
He'll punch a fan, but he won't get kicked in the balls by a fan. Diehard fan who flew just to see him.
Yeah, exactly. Except I will put zero effort into flying anywhere to see him. So,
well, Japanese police suspect foul play after they found what in a Sapporo love hotel.
Foul play for what exactly?
No, they suspect foul play. So they're not sure, but they found something in a love hotel that suggests something might have happened.
It sounds like they're making it up, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could really say that they probably made this up and nothing major happened here, but
I'm going to say a Donald Trump lookalike.
Well, so I'm just going to read the thing direct. Hokkaido cops suspect foul play after man's headless corpse found in Sapporo love hotel.
Yep. Yeah, I would suspect foul play as well. I would be like, I think something happened here.
Yeah. So his headless body was found inside a love hotel. A staff member at the hotel alerted emergency services after finding the man collapsed inside the bath of a second-floor guest room. They confirmed he was dead at the scene, which is a bit of a shock. The head of the man, who is believed to be an adult, appeared to have been severed from his torso with a knife-like object.
Yeah. Wasn't severed from his head with like a bottle, so okay.
Based on the circumstances at the scene, police are treating the case as murder.
Wow. What?
All those head knocking off accidents you have in love hotels.
With knives. Like maybe he was just holding a knife, like he was about to butter some bread or spread some Philadelphia or something. And he was like, you know what? And then head came off. Accidental. Totally. Yeah.
Happens all the time.
So I presume the head was still present and not like somebody took it with them after as a collector's item.
Well, no, they don't know where it is. Yeah. So according to police, security camera footage showed two men entering the room of the hotel. However, only one of them was later witnessed passing the front desk alone. Police plan to use the results of an autopsy to determine the cause of death.
Probably having his head taken off, I would imagine.
It might be. I mean, to be fair, he could have died of something else and then the person cut his head off.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I feel like just trying to imagine the scene, like the police walking into the room and being like, okay, what have we got here? Room looks tidy. Corpse without a head. Something suspicious may have gone on here. I don't know. We'll have to confirm, but If only we had the head, we would know what happened.
Yeah. I mean,
I like that it said the staff found him passed out in the bathroom. He's more than passed out, my friend. His head is fucking gone. So, yeah.
I mean, it's just, kind of obvious.
Yeah, I would say so.
But sadly, we don't know what happened to the head yet.
Okay. Well, I hope we get an update and soon we find out.
There doesn't appear to be any updates.
Dang.
So that was last week. So yeah, hopefully in coming weeks we find out what happened to him and if he truly was murdered or if an unfortunate accident occurred.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Now this maybe you can guess. I'm just going to read the actual title of this, but the title is a question, so you'll probably just guess off the title. How going to your favorite it's from the UK too. How going to your favorite high street shop might leave you with a sudden need to poo.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's ever. I don't know.
Well, I was just at a Love Hotel, had my head chopped off, and then I suddenly needed to release my bowels.
Understandable. How going to your favorite shop makes you need to poop? Is it something to do with?
It's such a common experience. Has been dubbed the Mariko Aoki phenomenon, named after a Japanese woman who recounted getting the urge to number 2 every time she wandered into a bookshop in a letter to a magazine in 1985.
I was outside the bookshop. Didn't need to go. Walked in. It's just like, where's the fucking toilet?
It's like I've been taking these laxatives, and every day when I go into the bookshop, they hit me.
It's like, I work in the bookshop. I'm there all the time, and I'm sick of the shit. So,
the phenomenon has made its way to TikTok, with some using the term book bowels to describe it. One app user put together a viral video of her strolling into a bookshop captioned, "I'm so glad there's an explained phenomenon for this."
So is it just bookshops?
Yeah, it seems to be just bookshops.
Okay.
But rather than saying bookshops, they said your favorite high street shop.
Yeah, well, that's a weird way to say it, but yeah.
Someone said that I've always thought it's because Barnes and Noble is my happy place, and I just relax so much, and so do those muscles.
Possibly. It's weird though. I don't think I would be. I've never experienced that. I don't know. Been to bookshops lots of times and not had that experience.
Well, apparently it does go beyond just bookshops. It says that some people they have that urge whenever they visit TJ Maxx in the US. Another revealed that when she needs to head to the bathroom whenever she visits a store with fluorescent lights, someone actually called TJ Maxx a laxative. Someone says guest services knows me. They always watch my half full cart when I go.
Okay.
One leading theory posits that the scent of paper and ink can set people off, especially if they make a habit of reading a book on the toilet. Some have suggested that bookshops can be calming spaces, inviting your body and bowels to relax. For
Okay.
others, the pressure of picking out the right book could actually bring on a stress poo. Wouldn't that then therefore mean that, like, if you went to, I don't know, a dodgy bar and had to pick one of the people working there, the stress of having to pick which one of them you wanted to pay to take home would also.
What are you talking about?
Let's
Please give us more details. Lots of details.
just say that you're in a dodgy nightclub, dodgy bar in, I don't know where, Dublin, with all those dodgy bars with the women
Very
that
good.
you pay to take home. And then the stress of picking one.
I mean, possibly that could be quite stress poo inducing. I would imagine.
Do you know how funny it would be to go? You go into one of those bars and you're like, oh my God, I need to go. There's so much stress. I'll be right back. And then I'm taking you home.
Yeah. Be a fun time.
Another thing says it could be you're crouching and squatting in front of shelves to get a good view of the book spines, or the cup of coffee you picked up before browsing that result in suddenly needing to have number two.
I just don't get it, man. I just. All right, going to start spending like my entire day in a bookshop just to see, to test out these theories. Yeah.
Yeah, someone asks, you walk into the bookstore and if they have like someone working there and they ask you if they can help you today and be like, well, actually I'm on a scientific mission.
You won't believe what I'm here for, but
I've been constipated for 3 days and I've come here to see if this works.
Yep. I maybe it's just propaganda to get people to go to bookstores to buy more books. If so, I like it. I think it's a good idea. People should
Could
do
be,
that.
yeah.
People are like, fuck, I haven't taken a dump in like a week. I'm going to the bookstore. And now you better buy something if it's gonna like relieve your symptoms. So yeah, people are, I know, weird.
If you're going to a job at a sheriff's office,
Mm-hmm.
how would you not turn up?
I mean, I don't know. With handcuffs on?
I don't know. You might get a bonus or instantly hired for
Just
that.
like, I brought my own handcuffs.
I have several kinds, all fluffy.
Yeah.
I do have a police hat too.
Oh yeah.
Some sexy lingerie.
Don't worry about uniform. I got the outfit. We are good.
And matching panties for it. So
Of course.
if any mishaps happen. A woman was arrested for driving under the influence during an employment meeting with the sheriff's department. She came in just before 9 a.m. for a scheduled meeting related to her employment with the department.
Okay.
But she was slurring her speech along with the smell of alcohol in her breath.
I mean, there's no law against it, like being at a meeting under the influence.
She admitted to driving to the sheriff's department and consuming alcohol that morning.
Yeah, you shouldn't admit to that. You should be like, no, that wasn't me.
Well, they did do a breath test, which showed a result of 0.158.
Yeah, well, if we've learned anything, it's that breathalyzer tests can be faked. So you've
Well,
got
not the professional ones.
You mean they're not using the ones off Amazon? What?
No, they kind of have. They kind of spend a little bit more.
What? That's crazy. All right, if you say so.
I'm
There you
pretty
go,
sure
yeah.
the ones off Amazon are like basically. I mean, I'm sure there's somewhat whatever, but it's essentially just as good as like writing down a number.
I mean, it's a pretty ridiculous concept to be like, I've had 6 beers. Let me blow into this thing and see, can I drive? No, you can't. That is not a good idea for you, sir. But yeah, doesn't surprise me that people will try it.
Well, everyone in South Korea has suddenly changed their age.
Mhm.
Do you want to guess why?
Well, I saw that it's because they've changed how they register births or something, and so instead of being 1 when you're born, you're normally 0, and that's now you're 0 until you've lived a year or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they take into account when you were in your mother's womb before. They actually had 2 traditional methods, so they didn't even know their own age. But then another one, the Korean age system, also sees people aging up by a year on January 1 every year.
Mhm.
So it means if you were born on New Year's Eve, you would turn 2 years old on New Year's Day.
Yep. Which is going to be great when you're like, you're waiting to be 18 so you can go buy beers or whatever, but you're only 15. Like, no.
Yeah, I wonder how they work that out with that, because if everyone turned that, then therefore everyone who was born in 1 year would have all hit the legal drinking age on January 1, as opposed to whenever they were born.
Yeah.
So you could actually be nearly a year older. So if it was 18, you could almost be 19 by the time.
Yeah. Or retirement age, like it works on that as well. Like you could hit 65, but you're only actually, 64. Like now, when they would have adjusted it, you're basically now your retirement age, even though you weren't yesterday, or whenever they changed it. But yeah, again, so I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think everyone was happy and just living with it. So just becoming more Western. It's terrible. Or it's great. I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't like to have a year added onto my age. I can fuck off. Like
They also, the legal drinking age I just looked up is 19 years old in Korea.
That's randomly weird.
Canada's the same as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or it was, at least, because they theirs is weird. Yeah, no, it's still 19.
Wow, that's yeah.
Although in some states it's 18.
Oh, okay.
Just to be very, very confusing. In Canada,
it's like some states you can be 19, but the next state over 18.
We're just gonna make it like 33, just some obscure number of. Here it's 23. Here it's 13.
Yeah, I want to find some country where it's like 45.
From what I can find, so Central African Republic is 15 off premises or 21 on premises. I'm just on the thing now. There's a bunch where it's illegal, full stop. It seems like 21 seems to be pretty much.
Sudan's is the best. Restricted to non-Muslims. Muslims prohibited for all ages. Non-Muslims unknown. So, am I old enough to buy a beer? We don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh yeah, look at Canada with its 18 and 19. Weird. Most of Canada's 19.
In Botswana, it's illegal for them to sell it, but it's not illegal for you to buy it.
All right. That's going to work out well.
Yeah. That's, pretty wild. It does appear to have somewhere that is 25, but it doesn't say. Where is the legal drinking age? Oldest. Some regions of some countries, including parts of India, is 25.
Wow. It's yeah. That's very different to the rest of the world.
Oh, yeah, absurd.
Germany, it's 14 for beer and wine and cider if accompanied with an adult.
Technically, I think in Australia, there's some obscure thing that when you learn the alcohol serving thing, where if you're at a restaurant that's seated, there is no age limit.
Wow.
So if you're in a bar, if you're in a pub that serves food, if you went to the bar area and ordered a drink, they could ask for it, your ID. But if you're sitting eating a meal, they can't.
Interesting.
Just to be absurd of but I don't know if that is still the case. It was like 10 years ago.
It does seem a bit unusual, all right, but hey. Yeah. It's wild. Well, hey.
As long as you're with your parents too.
Well, I'm over all the ages, so I'm probably fine. I don't think I'll be stopped anytime soon, but yeah, wow.
I don't know. I was worried for you if you might have to.
Yeah, I mean, I do look young, but I have ID that proves that I'm over 25. So, when they ask, I'll be like, "It's okay, it's okay."
I have a fake ID, so
I'm
it's okay.
Yeah. Here is my fake ID, sir. Yeah, brilliant.
If you were doing a training course and is requirement of the course that you be present on the premises, you're allowed to be with alcohol or something. Yeah, there's a lot of like weird exemptions.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Buying alcohol for kids, 101.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have where these 25-year-olds. Just some random website says that in some regions of some countries, including parts of India, but it doesn't have any more detail as to. It would be fun to go with like a 24-year-old who gets refused alcohol.
It would.
India, 25. I mean, surely. Yeah, some states. So in New Delhi, it was actually 25, but they've just changed it to 21.
Wow.
Wow, that would have been interesting to take a 24-year-old and get rejected. But in Punjab, Haryana, and Chandigarh and Maharashtra, which definitely nailed all those pronunciation.
For sure.
25, but light beer is allowed at 21.
That's interesting.
But then some parts of the country is 18. Some of it's 21. In Kerala, the legal age of drinking is 23 years. And they raised it up from 21 recently.
Fair enough.
And then in some territories, it's forbidden.
Mm-hmm.
So India sounds like a nightmare to know where you can and can't drink.
Imagine you're like 21, you're like, I'm going to travel the world and I'm going to spend 3 months traveling around India, and you can't get a fucking beer because everywhere you go, they're like, no, you got to be 23. No, you got to be 25. Damn it. So.
Yeah, I mean, that is, never heard of that.
Yeah, for sure. It's strange.
Well,
but hey.
What were you doing in Japan recently?
That's a state secret that I can't talk about. Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, well, your secret agent work has police in Sapporo looking for a serial urinal grate thief.
Yep. Heard about that. I don't know. Can't confirm or deny anything, but
they're even saying that they can't rule out the possibility of an ongoing crime spree is actually the work of a highly sophisticated group of criminals hitting 16 targets in just half of May alone.
So wait. In basically, they're saying they stole one a day.
Yeah.
In half of May, they stole 16. Wait a minute, that's 16 days. So yeah.
The metal bit at the bottom of a urinal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're collecting them for like a school project.
Little pieces of metal sitting at the bottom of urinals in public park restrooms, which have ostensibly been peed on hundreds, if not thousands of times, that the thief is going after.
I love the idea of somebody like noticing that 2 or 3 were missing, being like, wait, we've got a serial stealer of.
Oh, it gets even wilder. The police have actually released images of what was taken. But yeah,
wow.
Who would even notice?
Yeah. Janitors?
Yeah, I guess if you're the janitor and you go pull up to a toilets with all their urinal grates have been taken.
I hope it was a member of the public. It was just like, wait, we peed in here yesterday. There was a urinal gate. Today, it's not there. Something is up. Something is amiss. I shall call the detectives.
16 like, different people.
We can't talk about this shit. There's a fucking dead body with no head in a love hotel.
It's literally the same area too. So
yeah. Maybe it's
Rand's conspiracy. Connected. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say guy's head was taken off because he was the one stealing the urinal grates, and the other guy caught him. And he's an avid fan of urinals and was very upset by what happened and took out his revenge.
It's a reasonable theory. I feel like, yeah, definitely it could be what's going on. So,
this actually says that, as you might rightfully assume, urinal grate theft isn't something cities in Japan spend a lot of effort on countermeasures for.
Yes.
That's just not good enough. You know what would be fun to go to if you live nearby and go stand outside the urinal and say that I am the protector of the urinal grates, and everyone that goes in, tell them I will be checking that the grate is still there after you leave. You become your own urinal grate inspector.
Make up your own t-shirts, be like, This is like, are you doing this to get paid? No, this is voluntary. I'm just so passionate about urinals. Yeah.
I dedicated my life to the urinal.
Just can't have this injustice going on in my city, you know.
The article says there's little to no monetary incentive in stealing them, seeing as how they only cost around 1,000 yen brand new. We haven't done much shopping in illegal toilet parts, black markets recently. We can't imagine used grates would sell for very much, even if you could find a buyer. And it's not like the grates are large enough to be worth much of anything to scrap metal buyers either. They do say that leaves vandalism or a very peculiar fetish as the most likely motives.
They had to go there. Why did they call it peculiar? All right, it's just a fetish. It's just a fetish.
Don't kink shame.
Yeah, no kink shaming. That's not on.
For now, the Sapporo police are asking park goers to report any suspicious persons or missing grates in the hope of solving this urine-soaked caper.
Good. I'm glad they're on the case.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot believe that they haven't been able to prioritize this.
Yeah, they should. It's a top priority. It should be a top priority for them. So.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the person, I don't know if you've seen stuff about Jack the Ripper, but they believe that he may have moved to a different country. So, and that's why he stopped. So I'm just going to put it out on a limb. Perhaps the urinal grate stealer could have moved to a different country and could be out there.
Just waiting to strike in a new city. Oh, yeah.
It would be fun to just self-proclaimed protect park urinals. I am the protector of the urinal. Great, specifically.
It's not what you normally do in public toilets, but you know.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself.
It's it's a life choice. I feel, you know.
I've given my life to a higher purpose.
Yes, indeed. No doubt about it.
Last week we were talking about Berghain, the place in Brazil that's like the hardest nightclub to get into. And apparently there's a guy who they call the piss goblin, who literally the rumor thing is that he goes into the urinal and swims in it, and asks people to pee on him. So yeah, linking everything together. It's yeah, dreams coming true, really.
No. Yeah, that sounds horrible. But there you go.
So the strangest experience of my life. I'm not from Berlin. But I was visiting for a while, staying in wherever, out clubbing one night with some friends. This person put so much thing in here. He told me that he'd pay me €10 to piss in a bucket for him. I thought I was about to get mugged. Oh my God. Right as that happens, Reddit then decides that I need to log in to be able to view it. So I'm halfway through reading this person's piss goblin story.
It's not true. You're just master at putting in a cliffhanger. We're all good. All good. What happened next?
Then this the Nova website. This seems to go even wilder. There was a piss room with huge funnels connected to tubes so the liquid wouldn't drip onto the dance floor and people could duck their heads under the funnel waiting to be pissed on. This is
All
like
right.
the most exclusive and hardest nightclub in the world to get into. Also happens to have all these weird piss stories.
I mean, Friday nights are Friday nights. You know, you gotta live it up.
Well, apparently the piss goblin guy is like a famous old guy who's there for like 40 years or something absurd.
Wow.
Going there to get pissed on.
All right. Well, whatever floats your boat. If it's piss or water or whatever.
Urinal grates.
Yeah. Jesus. Sometimes it just feels so vanilla. It's weird. It's like how double vanilla.
I mean, you type in Berghain and then piss, and a lot of stories about this man comes up.
I don't think that's what I want to be renowned for.
I want it on my tombstone. Died doing what he loved, getting pissed on by. Also, like, what if you had a heart attack in that situation, right? The people would probably be like, he's loving it so much, look at him go. And then meanwhile, you're like, oh. And then they've got to call the police or ambulance to be like, yeah, he's had a heart attack inside the urinal when 50 guys pissed on him.
Yeah, that's definitely not the call you want as a paramedic. There you go. Yeah.
So this article says, I fucking finally saw him. I've heard so many stories about the regular dude at Berghain who had a fetish for piss. He stands and waits at the troughs. I've heard he crawls on all fours and says, bitte, bitte, bitte. I don't know what that is in German. And actually asked men to piss in his mouth. But that's not what I witnessed. He was standing there in his jeans, sneakers, and choker, just watching dudes piss. When a new guy walked in, he'd wait to see if the guy acknowledged him. He was ignored by the first 4 or 5 guys, and then a guy walked in, nodded, and pointed to his dick. The piss fetish man smiled and nodded. Piss fetish man walked to the trough, dropped his hands and knees, and opened his mouth at the other dude's zipper. The other dude undid his pants, got his dick out, and peed on him.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
There's a post on Twitter that says, does Berghain Piss Goblin have a LinkedIn profile?
Not going to hire him? Got a job for this guy. So.
Skills, being pissed on.
I'm a people person.
Bit of a people pleaser. Fun at the parties. But yeah, apparently they also have like these massive queues to get in, and like the most strict night bouncers. And then
Wow.
Yeah. Piss man.
Well, you know, that's great. That's just great.
There's also a bit of irony in the fact that you have like, I don't know, $1,000 outfit on, you get rejected, but piss man just walks straight in.
Well, he's a regular. You know, regulars get in without questions. Yeah. Craziness. There must be something. I don't know.
I mean, also, I mean, if that's your thing, how many places in the world are you going to be allowed to go regularly to go swim in a urinal?
Probably a lot more than you think. Probably like a lot of clubs that are open to that. Who knows?
It would be fun to actually ask it at a club. Like,
so here's what I want to do. Are you down?
And if you let me, I'll be coming back every week for 40 years.
And if you're not down with it, do you know anywhere that is? Because I really need to get set up with this somewhere. Yeah.
What are your policies on the, you just call them up and ask them what their urinal policies are.
There you go.
How long can I spend in the urinal?
I don't know.
But yes, that is why you need to go to Berlin.
I mean, it's not high on the list anymore. So
well, finally, let's finish on something a bit more upmarket.
Okay, let's see.
Or not if the link wants to work. Seems like they deleted this story.
Uh-oh.
How on earth? I don't know what's happened. Okay, I found it somewhere else.
Okay, good.
A woman had life-changing injury whilst working her regular job as a semen collector from pigs.
How is that a regular job?
Now, I do want to also point out that, so because that article didn't work, the second thing down is literally the legal firm that must be representing her for her workplace injury.
So I'm guessing then something happened. One of the pigs turned violent, didn't like to be jacked off in the way she was doing it, and she lost a pinky or something.
No. So when Sunshine Woman Maxine began collecting pig semen for breeding top quality pork at the age of 18, I'm just going to read it from the legal firm instead of the media. The job paid well, and it was far more interesting than an office job.
Yeah, of course.
More than 10 years later, she is still suffering from ongoing wrist pain, which has required major surgery and has prevented her from working in her chosen fields such as floristry, dry cleaning, rubbish removal, and demolition. So not her chosen field of semen extraction from pigs, but those ones, which are all also very unlinked. Like rubbish removal, demolition, dry cleaning, and floristry aren't. I'm not going to question a legal firm, but they wouldn't be the jobs that I would put together as.
No, they don't seem to be connected. But at the same time, when you have a long career in pig semen collection, I think those jobs do seem like something else you would want to do. All of them.
Well, there's a quote from her. It says, on a big day, it would be working with roughly 25 to 30 pigs, collecting their semen in a milkshake cup for artificial insemination.
You know, someone like Brazzers would be proud of this lady, would work with her in many different fields. Yeah,
you certainly wouldn't want to accidentally put the wrong milkshake cup down and
get in your car after work. Oh, milkshake. Oh shit, I've done it again. It's not my milkshake.
Now there is another great quote. Again, I'm reading from the prestigious legal firm. The wrist injury was caused by having to hold the penis still as the pigs moved around quite a lot. I used my right hand at first, and my manager suggested using my left hand as the right hand became sore.
Well, that's good. Switch hands when you need to. Yeah, absolutely.
I was crying while sweeping the floor one day as I was in a lot of pain. So my manager said I should go to the GP. After a while, they moved me into the lab. I worked at the business for 5 years in total.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of pigs to jack off.
25 to 30 a day. She's made a lot of pigs very happy.
Or the same pig's very happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus.
She says, I'll never be able to go back to physical work. It's changed my whole outlook on life and my ability to work. There is no chance I can earn enough from working to buy a house at this point.
You know, I just got to say, sex work is work. So she should be respected for all the sex work she's just finished doing. Physical injuries happen in the sex workplace. So there you go.
While working at the dry cleaner for just a few months and on a restricted duties in recent years, I suffered a flare-up in a different area of my wrist. And she got work cover again for rehab. And she's been managing the pain ever since. It was the same injury I'd suffered 10 years ago, but dramatically worse.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole lot of quotes from her. So yeah, basically they're suing. So yeah, they're trying to sue because she can't work anymore. Thanks to her.
Seems fair. I think your average pig semen collector should only have to work for 6 or 7 years anyway. They do such a valuable
service to the community.
Yeah. Exactly. You know. So yeah, she should be retired at this point and be well taken care of by the pig semen industry. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, sick of big pig taking advantage of everyday collectors.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I'm never going to look at a pig in the same way after that story. But there you go.
Especially after they cheated on you.
You know, it's just the way things go sometimes. But yeah, why not sue them? Get all the money. You know, open your own pig semen collection service. Be your own boss. Get someone else to do it for you. What they should really do is get some sort of pig fleshlight.
Yeah, I can't believe they actually don't have that.
Yeah. Come on, fleshlight, get into the animal industry.
So she had surgery, and after her surgery, Maxine's doctors told her they didn't want her using her hands at all.
Ooh. She's going to do it the other way. Very rare, but still appreciated.
She says, I've been joking for years about starting a business doing tour guide with one of those foot boats, but that's not very realistic.
Okay. Trying to limit yourself there. I think believe in yourself. You can do it. It's fine. Yeah. I don't know.
It is a bit weird that, I don't know, as an 18-year-old girl to go into jacking off pigs. Everything else aside, it is an odd job to start at 18 as a woman.
She didn't realize it was pigs. The first day she was like, what are all the pigs doing here? It's like, that's the
I
job.
thought you meant pigs.
Yeah, exactly. So, well.
Yeah, also, I mean, this does also highlight that think of how much more money there actually would be in. You think you get a dodgy massage like $100, right? Which is probably on the cheap side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
25 of those a day. I mean, that's $2,500.
Yeah, true.
I doubt she was earning that from this. So
Unlikely. I'd say.
If there's any lesson to be learned here, it's if you're going to masturbate pigs, you may as well masturbate humans.
Get well paid for your masturbating skills. That's what we're promoting here. But yeah, all good. I hope she wins. Hope she wins her case, and is successful in her future endeavors.
I mean, yeah, I hope she wins, but also I hope she learns the lesson that next time there are other semen extraction jobs.
Can you imagine you dated her and she's like, "So you want a hand job?"
Like, just imagine dating someone with that. Yeah, in general, like.
Yeah. So this is my girlfriend. What's she do for a living? Well, long story.
She earns decent money, but I've been telling her she could earn better money.
I've been giving her tips. The people a lot happier.
I mean, yeah, someone's got to have been dating her at some point, and surely the conversation would have.
Oh, 100%. There's many conversations. Show me what you do with the pig. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess we've learned a lot today.
We have a lot of things we didn't need to learn, but it's always a fun time on the show. Get to learn stuff, get to be disturbed for a while. So yeah, what else do you want?
Oh, I want a lot from these stories.
I can imagine. All right, man. Well, it's been a good one. I'm gonna go and try and wipe my memory of a lot of it. So
I mean, you're close enough to Berlin to fly there for the night, and
I think I'm busy, but
there's a Machine Gun Kelly concert.
No, thanks. But yeah, I'm just gonna get the fact that there's a pig semen collector as a job. I want to look up and see how much it pays. We'll talk again next week.
You're doing it for free, so you may as well get paid.
Yeah. People get paid for this shit?
And you get milkshakes.
All right. And there's just so many angles you can take it, but it's move on up, get a promotion, you can do the horses. But
living the dream.
Yeah. Anyway, man, have a good week. I will chat to you soon, and I look forward to more disturbing content next week.
Until then.
See you, man.